Okay, here we go. Let's ruffle shuffle and see what we get for the other spirit read today. Let's see if this is going to dovetail into that one. Usually they do. Okay, future. Oh, nope, that's not it. Sea creatures, immersion. Immersion. Okay, immersion. So I can see where this can dovetail into it. The other one was in making the journey. And this is immersing, really diving deep. Diving deep. Going to the places not readily seen. Fire. Okay, yeah. This actually can dovetail into the other one. Because the other one is talking about going with the flow, questioning yourself, finding out what you are and what you're not, making the journey. And this one is about diving deep. The fires of transformation, like the Bible says, you get rid of the chaff, okay? You get rid of the chaff. And it says you go into the melting pot. You go into this refining fire that burns out the impurities, okay? So it's a difficult journey. So if you read the Bible, you'll come to that part where it talks about these fires of transformation that take place. Above it, we have the works. The things that work together. What does it say? That all things work together for those that love Christ. Okay. All things work together. Okay. Let's see. Going into it, we have culmination. Culmination, the end point. The end point is blissful. You have everything. Even though you may not have much in the transitory world, still you feel complete, you feel whole, you feel, the sorrow, okay? The sorrow, the culmination, the end of the sorrow, the end of the, so this is saying you make the journey, and this is talking about the end of the journey. You've gone through the fires of transformation. You've dived deep. You've really immersed yourself in it, not just staying surface level. I'm going to look at my things just surface level. You know, no, you have to dive under the waves, really immerse yourself, and be ready for those fires of transformation. You know, the universe will work with you to go through these fires of transformation, blowing the chaff away, keeping the wheat. You get rid of the extraneous, and you go like refining gold. Refining gold. You burn out the impurities, the false belief systems, the false ideology, the false conditioned mind play that one has held to for so many years, or could be even lifetimes that one has done it. So you culminate, you get rid of the sorrow, okay? You've gone beyond the sorrow, the heartache, the pain that has driven one's life, okay? Now that pain can drive one to succeed, okay? But that succeeding, when it comes out of that pain, one is trying to mask that pain, okay? There are a lot of things, you know, if you are feeling like you are ugly, when you're a child, you're told you're ugly. Some of those people will have endless plastic surgeries, etc. And it doesn't matter how beautiful they really are. And I talked about this before. I had a friend, she was Cherokee, most beautiful girl, beautiful green eyes, blonde hair, fabulous figure. I mean, she was drop dead, stunningly gorgeous. And because she had such a low self-esteem, because she was Native American and told she wasn't worth much, this really skewed her perception. Rather than seeing what an absolutely beautiful person she was. And she was beautiful inside and out. I'm not just talking about her physical beauty, because she was stunning. I mean, really stunningly beautiful. But she had this low self-esteem that was driving her mentally, had her in that box, you know, that box of not feeling good enough, not, you know. So this is when you make that journey and find out that the problem was with these other people. There's nothing wrong with you. There was never anything wrong with her. She's absolutely gorgeous. Okay? So this is why we make the journey, and we have to immerse. We have to dive deep to have those fires of transformation. And it's about, like the other reading was talking about, being the hermit, going within. The journey is not warring with others. The journey is warring with our own illusions, our own, that's why I call them illusions, because they keep us in suffering. If something is not freeing, then it's an illusion, something that a constructed storyline that one is holding to, gravitating to, which is maybe driving them, but it's driving them out of pain, okay? They're not, you know, making the way in the journey. So if you are being driven by pain, it behooves to look deeper and find out what is the seed of that. Once you come to the seed of it, the starting point of it, then you can look and see, is this true or is this not? Okay? Is this true or is this not? Okay? So when one finds the fallacy of the premise to begin with, and it usually comes out of something that somebody else is putting on you, projecting onto you out of their own misery, okay? If you come from an abusive environment, whether it's your regular family, or whether it's through a marriage, or whether it's through people around you, community, doesn't matter where it comes from, but it's always based on somebody else's false belief. Like we have these, you know, these unfulfilled, miserable white guys that have this false belief that things are being taken away from them, and it's all due to somebody of another color, okay? So be in fear mode, be in fear. So they put this nonsense out there because they are so failed within themselves. Okay? Understand, these people that are failed within themselves, if they had groundedness, if they had, were happy with themselves, they wouldn't have that attitude. So there is something majorly lacking within them. Something majorly lacking within them. So understand that's where it's coming from. And know that when things culminate, when you come to the end of the path, that you have this abundance. And again, I'm not talking about you're going to be wealthy. I'm not talking about that. You have an abundance that you've gone beyond sorrow. You now work with the universe. The works with the universe, in the flow of the universe. Okay? And you are settled within yourself. You have that confidence now, because you know at the center is the divine is, and there is the same divine is in every being. Okay? Whether they see it or not, it's there. Okay? They may not be aware of it, and in their foolishness. So you see that these ones are, you know, they're ignorant. They're in ignorance. They don't see. They don't know. They are being driven by false premises. They are being driven by hell realms of mind, okay, and lack. And so this is why you have compassion for those. But know that the journey takes immersing, going deep, going to the depths of being, and then encountering the fires of transformation. This is why the sadhus, many of the sadhus wear orange, because it's representing those flames, the flames of transformation. Okay? Again, like the first one, it's not about fighting somebody else. One is fighting one's own journey, one's own illusions, one's own misbelief, one's own conditioned ideologies, which keep one bound on the wheel of karma. Okay? So today's thing, the two of them dovetail, yet again, their dovetail run into the other to make the complete thing. Be willing to make the journey. You've got to look within your own life, okay? You got to go with the flow. You got to be willing to walk that path, put that energy into that path to go forward, okay? Take charge of it. We are each in charge of our own journey, our own life, okay? Then the second part says you have to immerse. You have to really dive deep, okay? And expect these fires of transformation to take place. In the end, one goes beyond all the heartache, okay? That gets blown out. That's why it's called nirvana, nibbana, being blown out, blown out. All of these false belief systems are blown out. Who and what one thought one is blown out. And it's replaced with absolute knowledge, absolute certainty that the divine is all the seen and unseen, okay? And it doesn't matter what's taking place. The divine is everywhere equally, in all places, in all things. There is no place it is not, and you could never be separated from it. That's what's the great, I call it the great joke. When one finally dismantles, one finds out they couldn't have gotten away from it if they tried, because then there would be no life. It's the life of all life and the death of all death. That's what I say when one gets to that point and dismantles. One has entered life fully, and they know that death is another illusion, okay? Death is an illusion. One just simply leaves this transitory form, this vehicle of experience here, and goes on to higher things, goes on their journey. Okay, it's just another stepping stone in the journey. This is a school. We have the school of life here. We come in to challenge ourselves in some things, to learn something, to experience something. So take advantage of the time here, because this is where we can make the most progress, because it's the most difficult, because things are really in your face here, okay? The challenges, the difficulties, they are left-handed blessings. They are opportunities for growth. They are doors that have been placed there so that we can make the journey, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I hope somebody has seen something of value in this. Thanks for those that comment. I do so appreciate it. You know, for those that let me know that this is something that has aided in their journey, You know, it's always good to hear when somebody says this is exactly what I needed to hear today. Okay? So it lets me know that, you know, that the journey is not being wasted, that my time putting these things out here are planting seeds, bearing fruit, that they are enhancing, aiding somebody else in their journey. And this is what I told the Spirit, you know, when I started this, and I was in such suffering and misery that whatever I got, I would share, that I would put it out there. Okay, I made that pact with the universe, and I've continued to follow that. I've continued to do that, whether it was through my other channel, Guru Swamiji, and I was giving those teachings, or whether it's, you know, moved in through Tarot to a different audience that can hear things based on this, maybe a little easier than the other way. Okay. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You give the teachings you can give, and you know, just want to offer whatever you can offer to aid others in their journey, because I know what it was like to be in such suffering. Okay? Mental suffering is the worst. The mental suffering is the absolute worst. That's why my book is From Hell to Heaven, Kundalini from Hell to Heaven. You know, I do have a number of books out for those that are interested. On Amazon, you can look up Ganga Karmakar and you can see them listed on Amazon. And also I have the 3 CDs out for those that are interested in the music. Those are also available. So thanks for tuning in. Much love and light, and I'll see you online.